I feel like we're going to see a lot of kids in Kang costumes looking to conquer Halloween come October.
Yeah.
Have you had any like really awesome fan experiences so far?
Just walking down the street and someone say Kang, and I look up and I go, "That's what? You know what I mean? What's up? You know."
It's okay, breathe. We're gonna get out of this. And we're gonna go home.
This place, it isn't what you think. It's a cage. But we can help each other.
He's a monster. You cannot trust him.
I'm just a man. But I know how it ends.
I don't care what he can do. He's not getting out.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp: 퀀텀매니아. Experience it in 3D February 17th. Get tickets now.
Welcome to Fandango's exclusive interview, and joining me is this awesome group of people, the cast of 퀀텀매니아. Welcome, everyone.
Thank
How's
you.
it going? Yeah, I mean, Paul, for you personally, coming this far in your journey as a Marvel superhero, and then to arrive at this installment, which happens to be such a pivotal one in Phase 5, what does that mean for you? You're dual saga now.
That's a bar.
Dual saga.
Dual saga. It's a bit surreal, in all honesty. You know, the MCU is such an enormous thing and has such a following globally. Just to be a part of it in any way can be overwhelming. And then to have now been able to do this a few times and over the course of several years, it never ceases to kind of blow my mind.
Catherine, you know, the character of Cassie Lang is not unfamiliar to MCU fans, but this is the first time we're going to see her suit up as a hero alongside Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That moment, I got a phone call. I got a phone call. I was in my closet. I talked to Peyton Reed, our super mega positron director, and he told me about Cassie Lang. It was just a meeting, and he told me her whole journey and the hero that she wants to be. And I was like, this movie's gonna be awesome. And it was awesome, and so it's an honor to play Cassie. And I think it was like way better than I could have imagined. I was just telling Paul, I'm like, every movie I do is gonna be so boring now. She has no idea what she's doing. Cassie Lang has no idea what she's doing. She wants to be a hero, and she's face to face with the biggest supervillain of all time. It's just, she's gonna learn some lessons.
Biggest supervillain of all time. Mr. Jonathan Majors, sir, when you sign on to a role like Kang that it involves multiple variations of a character spanning several years, there is an Avengers movie on the docket that's got his name in the title, so we know he's gonna be around for a while. How familiar with that entire journey?
In explaining the character, there's so much promise in the role. You know, there's so much promise in the overarching company of the MCU. So that in and of itself is like, okay, let's roll, let's do this, you know. And that's the promise. I mean, these dual saga members, you know, I knew I was coming to join them.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of kids in Kang costumes looking to conquer Halloween come October.
Yeah.
Have you had any like really awesome fan experiences so far?
Just walking down the street and someone say Kang, and I look up and I go, "That's what? You know what I mean? What's up? You know." That's all. You know, it's early yet, and people are excited. You know, I mean, I guess when we were all in Brazil, and of course the San Diego Comic-Con.
I feel like Scott's got a podcast. He's got like a book. He's like employee of the century. This being in the Avengers a little bit, the celebrity.
I think my main concern, which has always been, I think Scott's main concern, is being able to spend some time with his daughter and connect. Scott's missed a lot of time over the last several years, but he does have to make a living. So why not write a book? And, you know,
Catherine, who is Cassie? Because it seems, at least based on the footage that we've seen so far, she's kind of gotten into the family business a little bit. And it seems like the thing that she created or helped create is what ultimately kicks this story into high gear.
This is her fault, yeah. She definitely thought that she was doing the right thing, and it's all her fault. She should have listened to her dad, but I think deep down she kind of wants to be like her dad, even though she'll never admit it. And don't ask her, because she'll never say it's because of him. But she's following in her dad's footsteps. She wants to be like him, or at least she wants him to be proud of her. She's really just a mess, though. Tripping, impatient, really funny. You know, a dork who's not ready, but she thinks she is. She's impatient. Not ready because she doesn't understand what it means to be a hero. Like, she doesn't understand what it's like to deal with a villain. Now she's face to face with Kang, and she's gotten all the people she loves in trouble. She had no idea that was going to happen, and it did.
Jonathan, face to face with Kang. Who is Kang when we meet him in this film?
Well, they come down to the quantum realm. The quantum realm is my current domain. That's where I am, you know, and as the title says, I've conquered it. And so he's a man isolated, just there, working it out.
Working it out.
Working it
we
out.
talked about, like, I mean, he is supposed to be the most powerful villain that the MCU has ever seen. Where does that power come from?
Or within the character, but particularly with villains, that there is the manifestation of the power. The internal power is really the drive, you know, and I think with Kang, something I found so interesting is that his pain and suffering and discomfort and frustration with society and the world, and that is so great in him that friction has allowed him to make himself into the supervillain that you see. It is that internal friction that gives him that power. Now, how it manifests, stay tuned. But yeah, his heartache is great. Is so massive.
It has been described as a family road trip, so I thought it would be really funny to get to know the quantum realm through like a quick travel review. So if you could just name like one really good thing or really bad thing about the quantum realm, as if you were writing a travel review for the next family that's gonna road trip through the quantum realm.
Well, when you arrive, you have to drink some goo, and then you can get along and talk to people.
Oh, so you have to drink something in order to kind of...
It's goo.
It's goo.
It's like red goo. I got the red goo. You got the green goo?
I don't know.
We'll see.
We have 7-Eleven. They have goo.
What about you, Paul?
Yeah, I think I would say you get to meet some really interesting people. You get to meet some really interesting experience, cultures.
That's true.
I personally cannot wait to see this film. I wish you all the luck in the world on it. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It was great. Thank you.
Wicked.
Look good.